Welcome to Justified Riches Podcast. Justified Riches is a financial literacy podcast dedicated to empowering individuals with the knowledge and tools to achieve financial independence and professional success. Each episode bridges the gap between ambition and achievement by bringing together a seasoned mentor and an eager mentee for transformative conversations.
Frederick Douglass once said, "It's easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men." And our mission here at Justified Riches is to create a stronger generation of youth through financial literacy.
I'm your host, Rich Farris, aka Positivity Pusher.
And I'm your other host, Justin, aka Stock Knock Life.
And together we hope that you enjoy the show, take notes, and sit down and relax.
Enjoy the episode.
I love my parents, but both my parents were you are a teacher, you have a degree, stick with that. And we presented the idea of buying this business, and she knew the owner and she knew the whole how to run it. So that wasn't anything new to her anyway. But for my side, they're very why are you gonna do this? You are a teacher, stick with that. And especially my dad. He's very much very proud that I am a teacher, but also you have a profession already. You don't need to move where you're coming from. So we did have a lot of pushback on my end on to not do what we're doing now, but to stick to what I was doing. Yeah. So even though it was hard, they have come around a year later and are very happy and proud of the fact that we have a business and yeah.
They eating the pizza?
Yeah, they come around and they have breakfast with us, they have lunch with us, and so they watched us grow and they realized that okay, it's not a failure. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. And please, what?
At least, well, for me, my parents were always like on board of me like moving forward. They did have a little like, I guess, doubt that I would stick with it for too long, like that I wouldn't stick to it for too long, because I was also like I used to hop around jobs, but it was because like I would outgrow them, and I couldn't stay at a place where I couldn't grow anymore. So when the time came where like me presenting to them like, oh, we're gonna buy this business, we're gonna do it, like they were on board, but mostly my dad, like again, like I love them both, but he was more like, oh, like I hope you stick to this, like I hope like you actually follow through, like don't do the same thing that you always do. And it's like,
Thanks, Dad.
pretty
It's
much,
hard,
yeah,
having people tell you don't do it,
yeah.
especially people close to you.
But I think mostly for me, besides them, like even though they were on board, it was always my previous employers. I always talked about it, like that I always wanted to have something, that I want to have this place or that place or whatever. And they would always be like, just stick to your job. Like you're making money. Like you make good money. Like, why are you going to live this to go and start from zero? And it's like, and that was my last employer. Like, if I talked about it with my coworkers and we would talk about opening something up, like, they'd be like, but why are you going to do that? Like, just stick to what you have right now. Like, you're doing good. You make a good paycheck. And it's like, you discourage a lot of people, and especially like in the Hispanic community. Like I say we because we all think like this is where we're going to say like, our parents, our family, like this is the most you're going to reach, even though I want to be here. Like, don't go too far because you're like overdoing it. But I think it's mostly like the other people around you that see you grow and that they don't want to see you grow that much. Yeah.
Yeah, no, facts, because they say sometimes that like, especially those who love us, like it becomes uncomfortable, our growth, and it's like a weird thing, but, right. The body wants to stay in homeostasis. So it's almost like, I feel like our family's like that sometimes, where it's just keep it safe. And
Yeah.
then as you start to grow, and it's tough, right? It's like a bitter truth to kind of examine, and it's good to, I guess, look at it from that standpoint, but, our growth can make our family uncomfortable sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Because you start outgrowing them and they feel like they can't keep up or they can't be part of your life just because you've grown so much. And like I say that from my perspective because like my parents were very on board with us in the beginning, like, and at this point they're the ones who did the flip. Like they don't come to the store anymore. Like I'm too busy. Like I have my whole life, my business. Yeah. So like both our parents did like a whole 180. Yeah.
wow.
So it's tough, but
Yeah.
you just gotta keep moving. Cause
I find that people that are close to you, family members, parents, wives, husbands, cousins, when you tell them your dreams, they don't necessarily, it may be out of place of love, but they're actually telling you their fears.
their own
Yeah.
fears, yeah.
So it's hard to take advice. They usually say you shouldn't take advice from people that hasn't walked that path, you know?
Absolutely.
So if that person has never been a business owner, it's going to be hard for them to
Yeah.
give you good advice,
Yeah.
So that can be very tough when people you love, people in your corner, can't see your dreams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think fear is a big thing with at least our parents that, play it safe. You have a job.
Right.
Why jump into the unknown? But obviously, going back to the mindset, we want to grow. We want to grow as people. We want to grow in our employment world and, be these entrepreneurs and business owners and, get to where that they were never able to get to.
Because that's why they gave us this opportunity. I think our parents don't see that because they make sure that we had better lives, bigger opportunities, and then when we take them, it scares them. And they don't see that because they allowed us to be bigger, but then when we become bigger, like that scares them.
Right.
And a lot of Hispanic parents, like, I think they don't see that switch where, like, we're doing this because you guys helped us get here. And at this point, it's like, I need you to come with us. Like, if we're going to be bigger, like, be bigger with us. But I think they're just so scared to keep growing, and fail.
Man, see, what's good though, right? And what everyone's sharing here is that you're not talking from a perspective of being offended. You're talking from a perspective of understanding, which is really cool. And right, like when we talk from a perspective of understanding, we feel better versus like, yo, why they hating on me? Oh, all right, but like I can hear, of course, there's always gonna be a little bit of that in there, but I think it's great to like understand even for our young people that sometimes our family kind of being scared is not them like not wanting the best for us. It's like, right, it's them kind of like wanting to maintain that, but like you said, it's a balance because I know even me as parents, like, my kids get a little sassy sometimes, strong-minded. And right, like we were raised like, oh, obedience. But it's like, no, you don't like, right? You don't, it's a balance, of course, but you want to, especially in this world. And like I was saying, what I've learned from different communities or different markets that I've been a banker in is that it's a balance. You don't want to feel entitled, but at the same time, you do want to feel like, hey, you want to push forward. And our whole point is to move forward, right? Like it's to take the family to the next generation. Generation by generation, there should be some advancement,
Yeah.
So I think it's great. What would be really good, I think helpful for the community is what do you tell yourself in that standpoint? Like, how do you push past that? Like during those moments, like where it's like, people are like,
won't say hating, right? But people are like, oh, don't do that. Like, what are you telling yourself?
I'm gonna bring you. What do you have? No.
All right, I'll go.
I know that you had something.
I was gonna bring you to like you were talking about Bad Bunny earlier.
Yeah.
You know how he's and the Super Bowl. He said like
Yes, Bad Bunny. Yes, Bad Bunny.
I never stop believing in myself. Like I think in those moments, it's like you just have to believe in yourself, and you have to stop thinking about all the negativity around you, and just like know that even if you can't do it, you're gonna try, and then if you fail, you're gonna learn from that, and then the next time you do it again, you're gonna know. Like if you do it 100 times and you fail at 99, like by the time you do it 100 times, like you'll know exactly what to do. So I think that for me, it's like always keeping that like I have to believe in myself because who else is gonna,
I like that. I like Bad Bunny would be proud of that, right? Like especially after he said that he empowered us. What's your kind of like mantra or?
I think it's a lot of self-motivation because, like she said, it's who's gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Who's gonna motivate you if you can't motivate yourself? Because there are a lot of people. There's a lot more people who want to tear you down rather than rise with you, and the people who stand at the top are the people who are gonna be there throughout the whole failure, upcoming, and then success. So self-motivation is, again, it has to do with yourself. You have to do it for yourself first. And if you can motivate yourself to do anything, you'll get to where you want to be eventually.
I like that. Eventually, right? Eventually, you get to the result. If you're there, it's Alex Hormozy. I'm a big fan of personal development. What I really enjoy about him is he has like two mantras. He has a lot of mantras, but one of them is put in so much work that it would be unreasonable for you not to succeed. I was like, ooh, right? Like, because everybody says stuff, but just, right? Like, there's laws in the universe that it's like, hey, man, right? Like, the universe kind of rewards or like effort. Effort is often rewarded. So it's like put in so much work that it becomes unreasonable. And the other thing I like that he's big into like stoicism. So stoicism is kind of like the ability to go through the ebbs and flows. Like me, I'll be like, but like stoicism is like, all right, hey, it's what it is. But he talks about outstanding, right? Like if you think about that word, it's hella lonely because in order to be outstanding, you have to stand out.
Yeah.
And
Right?
do it alone.
So it's like you want everybody's love and you want everybody like, yo, I'm outstanding. Don't you want to like rock with me? But at the same time, it can be so lonely because the very definition of outstanding is to stand out.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I try to tell myself sometimes.
I
during those
think
lonely
I
moments.
think that I experienced that a lot when we bought our home. When we first bought our home, like I had a lot of friends, and I invited them over, and like none of them showed up. And ever since then, like I realized, like I started outgrowing a lot of people, and just this lonely road is where I want to get to. Like it's gonna be like that because not everybody wants the same, and not everybody's willing to do the same work that you are. So the bigger you grow, like the lonelier it's gonna be. But you will have the right people with you, along the way. So
I'm like feeling like goosebumps a little bit, right? Like this is it's Chris Williamson has something, man, that I was thinking about. That it's like your people aren't scared of what you've become. They're scared or jarred by you living out your vision, what that shows them that they maybe could have done, or like the things that they didn't pursue.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird dynamic where it's not like you, but it's like your reflection, like, dang, right? Because everybody has these things like, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. So it's like, when you think about that, Chris Williams is another good one like that, where it's like, I was like, whoa, and they're not scared of what you become. They're scared of like what you show them that they maybe should have pursued or could have pursued, or you living in your authenticity. You say, screw all that. Like Bad Bunny, they say he could have went English a little bit, or he could have like catered everybody, but he was like his 100% authentic self.
Yeah.
And then other people, right? If I was an artist that compromised 10 years ago, it's like, man, I'd probably be seeing Bad Bunny line like that. I should have just stuck, been myself, but sometimes we're trying to like cater to everybody and we dilute ourselves. in that. So, speaking of which, since we were like heavy on that stuff, Justin, take us into
Oh yes, most definitely.
some slices or some advice, pizza appropriate.
So I think
illustrations.
it was apropos that we play a little game, and since you guys are owners of a pizza shop, the name of the game is Slice of Facts or Cap. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a statement, and if you think it's something that's true, we're gonna say slice of facts. If you think it's a lie, we're gonna say cap. All right.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
So slice is like you resonate. It's like
Slice of facts.
Okay, slice of facts.
All right,
okay.
here we go. So, and this is catered to our young people, some habits or some misconceptions they may think, you're a business owner and this must be true about it. But let's see. So if your pizza shop is always busy, you must be making a lot of profit. Slice of facts or cap?
Cap.
That's cap.
Cap.
Yeah. I think that's one of the statements we get often from many different people, not just the people in the store. That, like you own a business, like you guys are millionaires. We're not. You guys own a house, you guys are millionaires. We're not. Yeah.
Everybody, all of our friends, well, the people that we meet, and they come over to the house and they know that we have a business. They think like we're super comfortable and like we come for money, and then we're like, nah, we're as broke as you are.
Yeah.
We know how to handle our money differently, So, but a lot of people do think that because you see 10 customers in the store, like,
Right.
oh, they're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Balling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. You could let me borrow a little 20, slide a little $100 real
Quick,
quick.
gonna charge you for this pizza? Yeah, bro, I'm gonna charge you for this pizza.
All right. So let's see. Question 2. Owning a business means you're your own boss and can take off whenever you want. Slice of facts or cap?
I mean, it is a slice of fact. If I choose to take off for 2 weeks, I could.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I would do because
Okay.
then, I have to run the business. I have to make sure that the operations are going through. And, even though it is true, I think it's also a cap.
Yes. Absolutely. Because, like, especially in the beginning of a business, like, it's super hard. Like, with us, at least we have each other. So if I don't have to go in, like, she'll go in and we'll help each other. But when you're, like, an owner, you're by yourself and you don't really have any other support, like, you can't take off. Like, you have to be there 24/7.
Right.
No matter what, whether you're sick or you have a broken leg, or you always have to be there. So, yeah.
No snow days for you.
Blizzard coming.
I know, right?
Funny
Blizzard
enough,
coming, and we're both going to be at the store.
on the last snowstorm, we were at the store doing a big order for like a hotel down the street, and we left, and like our car got stuck in the snow. Like,
What?
Right.
yeah, we were there. We had one customer call, and that was it. But yeah, we were there working like while everybody else was at home because we told them not to come in because
Yeah.
So our community, should they know, like, if it's a snow day, should they be ordering some pizza or hit or miss?
We're open.
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. See, so
yeah.
there we go.
Okay. I like this question for your business too because I ordered pizza from you guys last week.
Yeah.
And I've never ordered 2 pies and wings and the bill be less than $40.
40.
So,
Yo, delivering value with elevated excellence.
yeah. So this question is: raising prices always increases profit. Slice of facts or cap?
I want to say part of it is slice of fact. If you could see it in the long run, a lot of people like to see the results in like the short term.
Right.
Like lower prices get you like more loyal customers, people that come back all the time, people that are on a budget who always come back to you, people who are in need. Like
Right.
you,
Wow.
yeah. So I think in the long term, like you have a more steady clientele than if, you know, you go somewhere where like it's super expensive and you go for the experience and you pay for it once, but then you don't go back.
Right. You start losing customers.
Yeah.
Based
It's
on
not,
pricing.
and honestly, it's not even losing, like you gain them, but some people can't afford it.
Right.
Like if you go to a fine dining restaurant in the city, you go once, maybe twice a year, but you can't afford a $2 slice every day, you know, because our slices are still $2. And if you get it
Still
frozen,
$2.
it's $1.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a dollar slice still exists,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
Yeah.
I
facts.
like that.
I like that. You know, I think what's worthwhile to mention is that well, go through your slice of fact and then right. So I kind of improvising, but like slice of fact or cap, in that lower prices necessarily means lower quality.
Oh, that's a cap. I mean, our
Yeah.
our $12 pies, we have people who come in and tell us, you know, we've catered and everybody loved it and it was great and it's a $12 pie. I mean, if you go to any other place that sells pizza, you can't get a pie for maybe less than $18.
Right.
Easy.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't think it means that it's less quality. I just think we're smarter about our ingredients and how we produce it.
There you go. Yeah, see. So it's all about strategic business management, and that's how you get to like a certain price point
Exactly.
that, you know, obviously you could sustain things, but at the same time, you're actually doing the community a service because, like you said, you're making it more accessible.
Yeah,
affordable.
when we took over the store, and a lot of the customers were worried that the minute we took over, like we were gonna raise the prices on everything. And I want to say we did lose a couple of people because of that fact, because they were scared. But word of mouth and everything, they all started coming back, and they're like, even a year, you know, it's almost a year since we had the store, and like some people still come back and they're like, oh, like the prices are kind of the same, like you haven't changed anything. So, you know, it's like trying to keep it affordable.
100%.
All right. So to end this segment of the show, we have one last question. And this goes out to my students and all the young people out there who sometimes they feel like they need a lot of money to start a business, or you know, they're not even thinking that business mindset. They're thinking the 9-to-5 mindset. I got to get a 9-to-5. I have to work. So this question is, you need to be rich to start a business.
I think you need to be rich in knowledge. So rich monetarily, that's a cap.
Is that
I like
proper
that.
usage, Christian? Is that certified proper usage? Ooh, certified proper
I
usage
like
of the
that.
cap word.
But
Rich-
definitely
rich in
rich in
knowledge.
I
knowledge,
just messed it up now.
being able to talk to people, being able to create those connections, being able to work with the community that you want to work into, but also being able to ask for help. That's a big one that we ended up doing, mostly her, because she worked for the previous owner, and she's worked in a lot of restaurants that she's asked a million questions on how to get it started, how do you do payroll, how do you do a food cost.
I was always the chismosa in the company, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I was always the one that asked all the uncomfortable questions. Yeah. Which a lot of bosses liked and some others didn't.
Yeah.
But I was always the one that be like, so how do you do that? So how do you pay for this? How do you connect with this person? Like, how do you even go about anything? Like, I was always that one person that I just wanted to know everything, but other people were too scared to even ask. And I'm like, just ask. Like, the worst they could say is like, oh, like, I'll tell you later, and they never do. But, you know, the worst thing is not to ask.
Right.
I think that's an important leadership skill. Because even like in working with the executives at Jovia, one executive that's mentoring me now, thank you. You know who you are. I appreciate it. When you have certain knowledge, you have a responsibility to speak up, and that's hard sometimes. Especially too because you never know. I ain't gonna front. I've been in rooms sometimes where I'm like, what is the benefit of speaking up right now? You know what I mean? And being looked at unpopular. But the more that's an amazing sign of leadership because to be able to speak up, now all of a sudden you can prevent negative thing from happening. You can also like give feedback. So that's a big thought leader move, being able to deal with that discomfort and still speak up. So
Thank
that's
you.
definitely, absolutely. That's definitely something for the young people.
Oh yeah, the more you know, the more you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about who to ask, what to ask, and if you're willing to learn.
Right.
So
Big time.
yeah.
Were you saying, did you have another or
Oh
were
no, that's it, folks.
slice of life for Cap?
We're gonna
ladies?
need some intro and conclusion music.
Oh, yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
something.
true, right? Or like this, something like that. So we've got like so many great lessons for the community. One of the things that we love to ask, of course, of our mentors, mentees, what is one piece of information? If what's one mantra or something that you live by that you would put on a billboard for others to see? I'll go first because I know that's always. Oh, you have it. You have it ready. Oh, I give time. I want to give people time.
Well, I thought about this because I talked to her literally maybe 2 months ago, but it's always do it scared, do it unmotivated, and there was one more, but those are
do
like
it scared, do it unmotivated.
yeah. There's one more, but I forgot.
I think that goes along with when we first started learning how to snowboard.
Snowboard. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're obviously older.
So where's that in the calendar?
Oh, it's coming.
That's I want to see that. I want to see you on a
Yeah.
snowboard. That'd be pretty cool.
We took the whole team snowboarding, except for him because he wasn't
in
full time
school.
yet. Yeah, but we took for around Christmas time, I think. We took everybody snowboarding up in
Team
Jersey.
bonding.
Yeah,
So
tell you, you were going over snowboarding. You were saying,
Yeah, when we first learned to snowboard, obviously being older, or especially for me, I'm more of a scaredy cat than she is. So snowboarding is a harder sport to learn. So that's how she ended up getting that mantra of do it scared, because if you're gonna do it, you might as well just go for it. Whether you're excited, scared, sad, and that's how you end up learning. But we talked about that, and I really liked that phrase or saying.
yeah. I think it's always well, at least for me, in anything I do, sometimes even like, even talking to our employees, like sometimes you still get that like scare feeling. At least for me, because like we're still in that transition of like we're no longer like employees, like we're the bosses, and like we got to make the hard decisions, and like
absolutely.
sometimes you're just scared that things need to get done, or you still had to do it, or like you really want to do it, but you can't let fear like take over you and not do it, because then you're not gonna do anything in life if all you do is just be scared. So it's always do it scared, do it unmotivated. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that, Brian. I'm a fan of Brian Tracy. He always says, "Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain." So I like. I definitely, that's super cool, and I feel like that is right. Like that's super important trait of a business owner is you're not more courageous necessarily. Well, actually, you are more courageous, but you're not more composed necessarily than the next person. You're just able to push back that uncomfortability, and you've already built in your mind where you see a benefit. Where all right, hey, this is uncomfortable right now, but now that it's a pattern, I know if I push past this point, good things will come about. So that's really dope. There. What's your billboard, fellow educator over here?
Because I work with a lot of kids, and a lot of them, are scared to do things. I think it'd be more of step out your comfort zone. Because if you're stuck in a bubble, you're not going to grow as a person. If you choose to take that step, take the first step and do something that you're uncomfortable with. Talk to somebody else, talk to somebody new, or even do something new. You might like it, you might not like it. If you don't like it, then move to the next step, move to the next activity, whatever it is. I think it's just stepping out of your comfort zone, and I think I took that upon myself when she came and was like, "You want to buy a business?" And again, doing that scared, and
That
where did it get me?
conversation.
So here we are, and I stepped out of the comfort zone, and we got a business.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and inspiring others, definitely. You know, showing
I hope
other
so.
other people in general, but especially our Latino people, and even more women. You know, women in entrepreneurship, right? Because traditionally, sometimes every woman has a different role depending on society. So it's like pushing past that and being entrepreneurs. That's huge. You know, that's huge leadership for other young people to see. So that's why we're so like beyond excited. This is exactly what the show was created for. You know, to showcase stories like this, and so you could pass that on. My man with always a lot of good quotes. Stock Knock Life. What's your billboard? Has it changed or is it the same?
But I would have to say it's no success overnight, you know, especially in the social media phase where you can log on, you see somebody with 1 million followers or they go viral, you know, with one clip. But, you know, even those people that go viral, they probably posted 10,000 times before they went viral. So there's no success overnight. It's always hard work behind the scenes, years and years of learning and failing and falling and getting back up. And then next day, you own a pizza shop.
I think with the younger generation, that's what they don't see. They don't see like the long term.
Right.
They just want it right away because they
instant
they have
gratification.
everything available to them.
Right.
So it's like they think that I'm gonna become famous on Instagram or TikTok and just have everything right now. It's
Right.
like it's not that. Like there's so much hard work that has to be put into it to be able to get to where you want, but they just want to get there like right away. And that's tough, but you have to do the hard work.
Takes
Right.
a lot of patience.
Yeah. Yeah, and you covered some of these good things like being coachable, being like thirsty, like to learn new things, and kind of like always wanting to learn new things. I mean, that's
I think one of the aspects I like about her that she and I both like to help the next generation, especially in the Latino community, because we don't have a lot of opportunities that, let's say, any other ethnicity has. And we like to talk to them about, how do you grow to become a millionaire? How do you grow to become and, buy a house? And so we actually have a friend who, when we started buying our house, she wanted a house. And so she would ask us a lot of questions. And how do you do this? Like, what form is this? Like, who do we talk to? And so we shared the knowledge we learned through asking everybody we knew who had a house, and share that knowledge with her. And so even as small as like, what's the difference between a savings account and a checking account? What's going to benefit us better? And so we want to share whatever we know to be able to uplift any younger person who wants to grow. So that's what I think that's, trying to reach the community, reach the younger kids and who don't have the guidance or the parents or the adults in their life that they can ask these questions to, because they don't know the answers either.
so. Thank you. That's so profound. Like the power of kind of community and like passing it on.
Yeah.
Not to get super spiritual, but one of the things I always love, quote I really appreciate from the Bible, which is also universal, is talks about like building treasures up in heaven versus building treasures here, right? So it's like, right, what are the things that we could build here versus what you're doing, passing on knowledge, like changing timelines, changing trajectories. Like that's like true, beautiful, like work. Of course, yeah, the money and everything we could physically show, but like, what you're passing on is intangible, is invaluable. Like you said, that information and the fact that you're not holding on to it, that energy
Yeah.
is flowing. So I think that's a beautiful thing that y'all are doing. As we're finishing up, one of my Mine is always switching because I always want to do like 2 or 3 as far as a mantra. But I think very appropriate for what everyone's talking about here is, right, we're all overachievers. We're all high achievers. You know, we all could be pretty chill with one of the activities that we're doing, and somehow we find ourselves taking on 3 or 4 or 5. So sometimes when I get like really stressed, I'm like, this quote, if you're unwilling to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. So like the discomfort, because that's the thing, right? Like no one likes discomfort. Like, you know, it's not like you all are like, yo, I love the discomfort, but you've just learned how to push past it. You've learned like the mental dialogue in your head. There's a certain healthy mental dialogue that allows you to push forward versus being frozen by the fear. So it's like when I find myself stressed, even though I don't like to use that word, because right, like Yale says, there's like I think 100 different words to describe emotions. So, but we all like kind of gravitate towards that one. But if it feels uncomfortable, that's a sign of growth. And do I want to live a boring life? Right? As soon as you ask yourself that, who here? Well, right, we wouldn't even be here on a Saturday at like 3:00 in the afternoon where we have other things to do filming if we weren't really trying to like, you know, risk the unusual. So definitely really appreciate you all being here with us. I think it's important that the community knows AP Pizza is located where, please?
5 Huntington Avenue in Lynbrook.
Lynbrook, New York, right?
Lynbrook, New York, yeah.
Excellent. And y'all are very active on social media, which is really cool. So being a studio and a media agency ourselves, we always love seeing business owners who take part in that. So that's awesome, right? You're on social media. So where can individuals find you? Instagram?
On
right?
Instagram.
Facebook, yeah, I think.
Instagram, Facebook.
We have TikTok,
Website.
but it's not that active.
Not growing
I'm
yet.
still trying to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, our usernames are our business name, AP Pizza.
AP Pizza
AP
Cafe for Instagram and Facebook as well. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And they do wings, pizza. They did an amazing job.
fresh
Pastries.
We make everything in the house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Everything in house, right? So none of the
Yeah.
stuff where like they get it delivered somewhere else and then
no.
they're selling it.
Everything from scratch.
Everything made with love, right?
Yeah.
You give each muffin a little pep talk, right? You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
in you. I love that. So it's like a lot of love. Also, to catering, experiential. At Nam Studios, we're all about experiential events, and AP Pizza, actually, I call it live pizza making. I'm sure there's probably a better word
We
for
still
it.
haven't figured out a better word, but we can call it that.
Right. So like kind of like similar hibachi. If you're having an event, if you're having something and you want to go just past pizza, seeing the pizza being made, bringing ovens on the scene. I mean, that is really definitely a high end. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want an event to be memorable, right? That's something that your family's going to go to. Friends, coworkers are going to go to, and they're going to be like, it wasn't just a regular event. Oh my God, they were making the pizza. So definitely highly recommend you check them out for that. Fundraisers for schools as well, especially too, because they're such smart strategic business owners. They've aligned their margins where there is opportunity to work with the community to help fundraise. So if you're a school, if you're a local not-for-profit, AP Pizza is an excellent opportunity to build fundraising into it, right? Like if you get 10 pies and a percentage of what's sold is able to go back to the organization, that's huge. As with any other, even just on a Sunday night, I mean, football's over, but we got soccer. What other sports?
Yeah, FIFA's coming up. World
FIFA's
Cup.
coming.
World Cup is coming up.
Right, I love wings. Wings are like my favorite. I love the pizza already, but
Yeah.
like when Christian told me they had wings, I was like, what?
The wings were good.
We were
with the
just
ranch
trying to figure out,
sauce.
the strategics to it, to doing it. Because over the past year, we've been adding like stuff to the menu. Like the past owner never had salads or wings, or like we have a spinach artichoke dip pizza, like that you only get in the city. Yeah. So we're trying to do a little different things, but.
Absolutely, and I know for the right client, or if you've got a large event, with a big budget of thousands of dollars, they'll customize, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely, right? So it's not just
Absolutely.
kind of one specific thing. Also for corporate, average pie is how much?
For like a
Like a regular
event?
pie? Well, it's $12 any day, $10 on Tuesday.
Oh, $10
Yeah.
Tuesdays,
$10
Justin.
Tuesday.
Tell Tuesday, yeah. But if you buy more than 5 pies, they all become $10 anyways. So after 5 pies, you get each one of them at $10. So you get
for any regular person
Yeah.
or an event.
Right,
For
right.
anything, yeah.
The office, you know, sometimes the office is trying to pull together. If you like go to a different pizza, it's like $25 a pie. I know for me, it's hard to get budgets approved for lunch, but the fact that, you know what I mean, you can get a few pies, you can feed a lot of
Definitely.
people for under $100.
Yeah.
That's huge. So if you're a business, if you're an office, if you're an HR person and you want to spice up, have an employee day, AP Pizza's excellent opportunity to do that. Other sponsor here, check them out, Alien NYC. So Steve Calix, Alien NYC. I'm proudly wearing my Alien NYC cap. Check them out on IG. Any other shout outs? We're trying to give shout out to Nam Studio. Any what shout outs you want to give or big yourselves up or any local business?
To
you
our
wanna-
staff.
Ooh, to the
Yeah.
staff?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Our staff has been a great help.
Yeah.
Um,
So Frankie,
Staff.
Johan, Christian, Ronald.
So somebody's
the other
holding the store down
Angel?
right now, right?
Somebody's
What?
holding the store
Somebody's
down.
George.
who's at the store now?
Oh, they
All
are.
of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see?
Yeah, somebody's holding it down.
Oh, I can't forget Sebas. Sebas would kill me if I don't say his name. Yeah. So yeah, we're able to do this because they're over there. So we're able to step out and they take care of it.
Christian, we expect you there in an hour.
Yeah.
And always, right, for young people looking to get an opportunity to learn about a business, to learn what it's like, get involved. They even use their employees in their social media, which is really cool.
Yeah,
So
we got everybody involved. Yeah, we're about to drop a video with Christian dancing on it. By the way, yeah.
yes.
Funny enough, you say that we were trying to get like in touch with one of like the colleges to see if we could do like internships and stuff like that. So like for culinary students or like anybody that wants to be in the field, like
Right.
we're very open to like bringing younger, like the younger crowd to come and learn. Like even if you want to come in once a day, like once a week or whatever, like we're very open. Yeah,
Internship hours needed. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. All right. Shout out to Delphi. Shout out Hofstra, Nassau Community College internship program. Shout out Shasha from Jovia. So here we know
yeah.
internship opportunities. That is absolutely fantastic. Definitely on the culinary side.
Yeah, or anybody who wants to go in the field, you know, who's not ready to fully go into culinary school, but they just want to work there. Cause like, you know, I was watching one of the videos and like Christian said, like people expect you to have experience, but how are you gonna get experience if like they're not
gives you a
hiring?
chance.
Yeah, nobody's gonna give you a chance. So yeah,
I like that. Oh, Christian, see, you're networking. See, making a difference. Look, you're getting quoted over here. That's beautiful. Absolutely, right? It's all about community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only time you're going to see AP Pizza. They're definitely part of the fam. You know, sneak preview, you will see them in events and on the catering side as well. So feel free to either contact us or contact them directly because they gave you all their information. Ladies, it has been like just such a really awesome time. Thank you for coming to Nam Studios. Thank you for being a part of the Justify
so
Riches
much.
thank you
podcast.
guys for
Thank you
having
for having
us.
us, yeah.
yeah,
Man,
it was a pleasure. you know.
absolutely. Well,
Thank you.
I see us thought leaders organizing a conference where, you know, speaking about different entrepreneurs, we are going to be having events as well where we want to get the opinion of like local entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So we'll definitely, you're not just business owners, you're thought leaders and you're willing to share that advice. So definitely that's something that, you know, we appreciate and we want to make sure to help the rest of our small business community out there get access to that as well. So.
Of course.
Excellent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, any last words?
No, just thank you for having us. Yeah,
Go follow your dreams.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And definitely check out AP Pizza. They got a new customer out of me. I have 4 girls, so you know
There
we
you
definitely
go.
have a night where we eat out. My daughter doesn't look like it, but she does eat a lot of pizza.
Thumbs up on the pizza.
You know.
Oh my God.
And when I went there, I think I ordered 2 pies and the wings. And when you told me the price, I'm like, oh, did she count this up right?
That seems like some content right
I'm
there.
like, I'm not arguing with nobody today. But you're not going to be able to beat the price and the quality of pizza. So definitely check them out.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yo, I see future content right there. Like your prices are so good. You know, I'm down to be an extra in AP Pizza social media video, right? You too.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
There you
Definitely.
You know, if you need any extras.
I love to eat, man.
You're a great spokesman, so like I got you. I'm gonna start
Oh,
recording.
yeah,
here.
yeah, happy to help.
Yeah.
I see some content right there. Price is so good, make you think you're doing something illegal, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's
that'd be
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Nam Studios, for filming for us. And ladies and gentlemen, Justified Riches. It's not just about getting these riches, but we want to get them legit, and we want to get them so that the process is sustainable. Thank you for being here with us.